Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Actually now just afternoon, 12:01. Okay, as we shift into the afternoon, good afternoon. Thank you so much for being here, stopping on in. We are diving into Antony and the Johnsons. We're going to be listening to this track, Epilepsy is Dancing. This is coming off of the album The Crying Lights, which was released in 2009. We're giving this track a listen because it was suggested and sponsored by Andreas. Andreas, thank you so much for the recommendation. Appreciate the support as well. I can't say that I've heard of the band, but thinking about the title of the song, I think, first of all, about from Joy Division. God, Ian, from Joy Division. Why did I just forget his name? Hold on. Why did I just Ian Curtis? Yeah, okay. I don't know why, but it didn't sound right to me. But yeah, okay. It makes me think of Ian Curtis from Joy Division. But it also makes me think, wasn't there in medieval times there was this a dancing sickness or something that was around? I don't remember too much off the top of my head about it. Okay, that's just where my mind goes with association of the title. But let's go ahead and give it a listen. We'll discuss it a little bit after. Here we go.
Epilepsy is dancing, she's the Christ now departing, and I'm finding my rhythm as I twist in the snow. Oh, the metal burned in me down the brain of my river. Oh, the fire was searching for a waterway home. I cry, glitter is love. My eyes pinned inside with green jewels, hanging like Christmas stars from a golden veil. As I came to a screaming, hold me while I'm dreaming, for my fingers are curling and I cannot breathe. Then I cried in the kitchen, how I seen your ghost witching. There's a soldering blue line between my eyes. Cut me in quadrants, leave me in the corner. Cut me in quadrants, leave me in the corner. Cut me in quadrants, leave me in the corner. Cut me in quadrants, leave me in the corner. Ooh, now it's passing. Ooh, now I'm dancing. Ooh, now it's passing. Ooh, now I'm dancing. Ooh, now it's passing. Ooh, now I'm dancing. Ooh, now it's passing. Ooh, now I'm dancing.
The music for some reason puts me in the same mind of a perfume genius. There's something really sad but beautifully dramatic about the direction of the music, with the kind of chamber pop, baroque pop sensibilities of the music behind the lead singer, of which I'm guessing and I'm assuming it's Antony. And as I'm kind of looking through the personnel list, of which there's quite a bit, I'm trying to find that information so you guys see what I'm seeing. I'm scrolling around looking vocals here so I can use proper credit where credit's due. But I'm assuming it's going to be Antony singing here. And vocally, so unique. There's truly, to me, this quiet resilience, because there's a beautiful frailty to it. There's a vulnerability of expressing the emotions that I think he is. But there's also this resilience. There's also this strength that comes through. And especially in the end, I'm kind of getting a bittersweet feeling from the emotions that he's giving at the end, because he's talking about being cut in quarter and such, but also dancing. I'm not quite sure. We'll have to kind of investigate and look at the lyrics in full. But I really like the stylistic choices of his voice and how he sings. There's this quiver in his voice that, like I said, it both sounds almost like at the bad end of a sob when you're crying, but there's also at the good end of a sob when you're crying, when you're ready to kind of move on and put your next foot forward, after an emotional pause. I feel that from just the singing. And if I'm listening to this, his singing was the one thing that like really truly captured me. Of course, it's beautifully arranged with all the music, happening around him in a very humbly orchestrated way. Nothing behind or around his singing is, overly exaggerated or dramatic or anything like that. It's a very quaint, quiet, and kind of personal atmosphere for him to deliver this particular performance. And I think that that works really well in a track like this. I'd be curious to hear a little bit more and see, like, just to get I guess a wider purview of the band, of the group, to kind of hear, in contextually what else, or more from them, I should say, that they have. Because this was a nice, quiet, emotional song. Maybe something of an opposite nature, maybe something different. I'd be curious to hear what else they have up their sleeve, for lack of a better word. Let's look at the lyrics here. Epilepsy is dancing, so I like how we've given personification to epilepsy. She's the Christ now departing, and I'm finding my rhythm as I twist in the snow. The metal burned in me down the brain of my river, for the fire was searching for a waterway home. I cry glitter is love, my eyes pinned inside, with green jewels hanging like Christmas stars from a golden vein. As I came to a screaming, hold me while I'm dreaming, for my fingers are curling and I cannot breathe. So, I mean, I can't help but, unless I'm mistaken, I am thinking, he's going through an epileptic shock, a little bit of a seizure here. And says epilepsy is dancing. Like I said, in a personified way. She's the Christ now departing, like leaving. And at the same time, he says, I'm finding my rhythm while he's going through this epileptic shock. As I came to a scream and I cannot breathe. Then I cried in the kitchen how I'd seen your ghost witching. There's a soldering blue line between my eyes. Cut me in quadrants, leave me in the corner. What could all this mean? Cut me in quadrants and leave me in the corner. Separate me and leave me in the corner. Leave me alone, leave me in isolation. What is he saying? What is the message? Now it's passing. Now I'm dancing. It's passing, I'm dancing. I mean, like I said, when I was thinking of Ian Curtis and the seizures and such, it's passing, which is a good thing. I'm dancing, which is typically a good thing. Or is this dancing still the little bit of seizure perhaps leaving? I don't know. I mean, this is a track that, as I read the lyrics, I feel like there's something deeply personal to it. And maybe that's because of the sensitivity of which it was sung. I feel like it has a deep personal meaning. As to what it means when I'm looking at it on a cursory first listen and reading, I'm not sure. The metal burning me down the brain of my river. The fire was searching for a waterway home. I'm not sure. It's released in 2009. Features orchestral arrangements by Antony and Nico Mulley. Antony described its theme as being about landscape and the future. Ann Powers wrote, it's the most personal environmentalist statement possible, making an unforeseen connection between queer cultures, identity politics, and the green movement. As music, it's simply exquisite, more controlled and considered. But what does it mean? I feel like I'm missing something. I'm just not sure what that something is. Epilepsy is dancing. Well, yes, I guess if you personify it, epilepsy is dancing in a sense here. Yes, okay, I get that. The seizure is acting like dancing. But it's also, maybe this is just a very poetic way of describing the feeling of going through this particular seizure, going through epilepsy. It also could be that. It also could be that. I don't know. But it sounds nice. Let me know what you guys think of the track down below in the comments. Of course, I'll link the Bandcamp there as I had it open. Andreas, thank you so much for the recommendation. Thank you so much for the request. I truly appreciate that. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, morning, afternoon, or night. And I'll see you all later. Thank you guys. Bye.